My name is Vishnu Gopal TV. I am a legal intern at Lexis and Company. I am from Cooperative School of Law. I am a third year student pursuing BBA LLB Honors. So today's topic for this video is general remedies under the law of torts. So the purpose of this video is to speak about the concept of general remedies or the general remedies which are available under the law of torts. So we know that remedies for tort are generally classified into two. They are judicial remedies and extrajudicial remedies. So judicial remedies are those which are obtained through the court of law, and other remedies are those which are secured by means of self-help. So there is a need to look into both judicial remedies as well as the extrajudicial remedies in a detailed manner. So first of all, we can look into the concept of judicial remedies. So judicial remedies are mainly of three types: damages, injunction, and specific restitution of property damages. So first of all, we can look into the concept of damages. Damages are considered to be the most important remedy which the plaintiff is entitled to recover. So they are of different kinds: nominal damages, contemptuous damages, compensatory damages, aggravated damages, exemplary damages, and prospective damages. So nominal damages are those which are equivalent to the harm which is being suffered by the plaintiff, and contemptuous damages are those in which the amount awarded is very small because the court forms a very low opinion about the plaintiff's claim. And compensatory damages are those in which the damages are compensatory because the idea of civil law is to compensate the injured party by allowing him the way of damages, normally a sum which has been equivalent to the loss which has been suffered or which has been caused to him. And aggravated damages are those damages which has been awarded when the injury to the plaintiff's feeling has to be caused and the court may take an increased amount of damages. So that's known as this aggravated damages. So now it is the exemplary damages. Exemplary damages are those damages which are being awarded in the excess of their material losses which has been suffered by the plaintiff with a view to prevent similar behavior in the future. So last, that is prospective damages. Prospective damages are those future damages, which means the compensation for the damages which is likely to result from the defendant's wrongful act but which has not actually resulted at the time of the decision of the case. So next, judicial remedy that has to be analyzed is injunction. So an injunction is an order of the court which directs or is directing the doing of some act or restraining the commission of continuance of some act. So the court has discretion to grant or refuse injunction, and injunctions are of mainly two types: permanent injunction and temporary injunction. So the third judicial remedy is specific restitution of property, and when the plaintiff has been wrongfully dispossessed of his movable or immovable property, the court may order that the specific property or the specific property should be restored to the plaintiff. So that's all about this judicial remedies. Now there is a need to look into the extrajudicial remedies. So extrajudicial remedies are those remedies or legal measures which are being adopted by the parties themselves without going to the court of law. So they are right to re-entry on land, right to recapture of chattel, abatement of nuisance, and distress damage pheasant. So we can analyze each one of them one by one. So the first, we can look on to the concept of this right to re-entry on land. So right to re-entry on land means a person who has been wrongfully ejected out of the land can re-enter in his land provided that he does it in a peaceful manner without the use of force. So right to recapture of chattels, it means the real owner of the goods has the right to recapture of his or her goods from any person who wrongfully possess those goods. So next one is abatement of nuisance. Abatement of nuisance means in this case of causing nuisance, the injured party has the right to remove the object causing nuisance. So next is distress damage vision. So distress damage vision means when a person's cattle or chattel move to another person's property, the owner of that property has the right to detain them until compensation for the loss which has been caused by this cattle or chattel in that property is paid. So that's about the concept of this extrajudicial remedies. So we have analyzed the concept of judicial remedies. We have also looked into the concept of extrajudicial remedies. So we have looked into all the general remedies under the law of torts. So that's all about the topic. So you can like, subscribe and comment on my video, and do like and subscribe our YouTube channel Let's Click. Please give me a feedback regarding this video, and if you have any questions relating to this video, you may please mention that question in the comment box, and I will be replying as soon as possible. And this video does not solicit any types of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for educational purposes only. So by saying these words, I am concluding. Thank you.